What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. And here is a screenshot of the requirements for the new jobs at the IRS. We know that the Inflation Reduction Act is anything but what it says it is. And they're hiring 87,000 new IRS workers. What for? You know? What do they need all those new IRS workers for? Well, look at some of the job duties that they had. I believe they've since taken it down. Okay, work minimum of 50 hours, be on call 24/7, holidays and weekends, maintain a level of fitness necessary to effectively respond to life threatening situations on the job, carry a firearm, and be willing to use deadly force if necessary, be willing and able to participate in arrest, execution of search warrants, and other dangerous assignments. What do we have running here? A Gestapo? Like, folks, you gotta wake up to this reality and what's happening. Don't think that this is, oh, we're going after the billionaires of the world. No, they're coming after the average American, the middle class. This is an attack on the middle class. Here we see in Sierra Leone. I've shown you countless videos of how all these nations are having a civil unrest because of the prices. Just wait till we start getting them here. It's gonna be a chaotic. If people go crazy for Black Friday, just imagine how they'll go crazy for food to feed their kids. People will not have it anymore. They're gonna stand up. Now, if anyone knows if this is true in Canada, please comment below and let me know, because there's been a lot of videos surrounding this where, so this post says digital privacy in Canada is almost entirely gone. The government is forcing us to download a loyalty test app to travel. They're planning to introduce digital ID, and now we know that the RCMP can completely take over our cell phones. Um, so if you do have to download an application, I know that you need it like for. I've seen that, but I'm curious if this is you know if this is overblown or if this is an actual app that you have to do. Um, so this is, this is totalitarian control at the end of the day. That's what we talk about with CBDCs, is that they'll be able to control all your transactions, what you can buy, what you can't buy, and where you can buy it. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember when the news of Elon Musk taking over happened and everyone was applauding. But the fact was, he hadn't even really bought it at all. And I remember thinking, this, you gotta be careful. Just because they say this doesn't necessarily mean that he's gonna do it, and they could be using it as a ploy to see who would say what. And just like that, a lot of people were speaking of and saying all that they wanted. And now you've, you know, revealed yourself as to who you'd speak up against, etc., etc., etc. So here, this individual says the Elon Musk takeover bid was like the Thousand Flowers Boom campaign by Mao. People thought for a moment that they could speak freely, when all they were doing was outing themselves as thought criminals to Twitter's censors. Um, so, and then he says his statement here that he's not unhappy with Musk. He's just unhappy with the censoring on Twitter. Okay, so And here is the potatoes of this video. Folks, your money doesn't mean anything. Because at the end of the day, like they say here, they can print it. They want the physical possessions, your land, your gold, everything. And so watch this clip.
If they can put a chip in your hand and implement a financial transaction control grid, it's not just that they can mandate a vaccine or cut you off from food. They can and will take your children. That's what you have to say. When people say I have nothing to hide, yes, you do. You have your children to hide. I'm serious about this. You know, if you look at the people who are running this operation, they are slavers. They practice slavery. They believe in slavery. Slavery is the single most profitable business ever to date in the history of man on the planet. They will take your children, not from everybody, but I assure you, this, it's what I said when I wrote the introduction to the issue on sovereignty. This fight is for all the marbles. And I assure you, these guys can print money. They don't need your money. They want your land, they want your gold, and they want your kids. Those are the real assets they're after.
And so, folks, like I've been harping, prepare, prepare, prepare. There's nothing else you can do than prepare. So, with that being said, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.